All right, playoff week 2 recap. Um, we'll look at the bracket. We've been looking at this all A14 Clemson. UCLA lost to Notre Dame 35-34. Colorado lost to Penn State 45-31. Michigan beat Alabama 39-31. All right, in this quarterfinal, we had a recap for that. LSU beat Clemson 31-21. Take a look at the user match. All these going to be user. But LSU won 31-21. We spoke with Mike earlier in the year, and he spoke about, getting that opportunity to just win. You have a 99 rated team all across the board. So it's all about what Mike can do more so than what the team can do. You have the weapons to get the job done, and they was able to win this game. 332 yards in the air, 4 TDs. Neither side really ran the ball well, but LSU definitely was able to get some things going in the passing game, and they was able to come up with the turnover by their junior, who's been playing pretty good football all year. Next up we had was Notre Dame and Georgia. Turnover battle was 4-0, man. I mean, that's just way too many turnovers. That pretty much told us why they won 2 of 5 in the air. Notre Dame with 4 interceptions, just way too many turnovers. Couldn't get anything going offensively when you turn the ball over that much. As far as Notre Dame, Georgia's defense definitely came to play. They have the best class for the last 2-3 years, as far as the Stephen A. Best recruiting class, and it's showing up. And I definitely love that I see that from Georgia, simply because me granting him with those back-to-back best classes, and I love to see it translate over to the field. Penn State and Nebraska. I did speak with Penn State and Nebraska. This was probably one of the biggest upsets. Well, I ain't gonna say one of. This was the biggest upset of the NNCFL cycle. Nebraska went down 35-36. He's arguably one of the best players in the NNCFL, along with the GFSSL. And he spoke out after the game. I was very, very surprised to see Penn State beat Nebraska. Penn State actually spoke out with us last week, stating he would be surprised if he beat Nebraska. So I know he was excited.
Hey, Stephen A. This is Nebraska here, and the loss to Penn State was definitely crushing, but at the same time, I think it's kind of a relief. Personally, ever since I beat Georgia for the Natty year 2, everyone's been giving me their best shot, trying to knock off the top of the mountain, and having to play on the defensive against everyone's best. It gets exhausting after a while. Mix in some real life stuff that's been going on. I didn't want to lose, but at the same time, I can't really look at it and be upset, because I actually get to have some peace and quiet for a few days and not have to worry about scheduling the game. So congratulations to Koopy and Penn State. I hope he goes all the way. Keep the Big Ten going strong. And for once, it's going to be nice to be the one retooling and looking for a way to strike back, rather than to be the one having to ward off everyone else. So thank you very much for an incredible season. And you got to be able to lose with grace if you're going to be a winner. Good luck to everyone else still in it.
Great stuff right there coming from Nebraska. Good sportsmanship. I did speak with Coop as well after the game. I'm sure he was very excited. Let's take a listen to hear what he had to say after defeating Nebraska. I mean, yeah, and they was able to come back from 28-14 in the first half.
Wow, we finally did it. We finally beat them. Had a long stretch of getting blown out by 40 and 50 points between last year's college, this year's college, and this year's Madden. So was able to make it a game in the Big Ten championship and kind of got some confidence coming into this game. But I did feel like obviously I was gonna lose. So I got off to a terrible start. In this game, I was actually down 28-7 with about 5 seconds left in the half. And had the ball at my own 10, kind of prepare for the blowout, and actually broke off a 90-yard touchdown run to cut it to 28-14. He got the ball in the second half, but I was able to kind of, I wouldn't even say force mistakes because his receivers were open, but I got an interception, I think, kind of towards the beginning of the fourth quarter that set me up to cut it to 7, I believe. I may have not have. I may have actually had a turnover on downs after that interception, but he scored again, made it 35-21. And I was able to score with about 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter to cut it to 35-29 because I went for 2.
Smart.
Was able to get that. And that drive, I think I converted 2 fourth downs as well, like a 4th and 9 and maybe like a 4th and 5. Then I kind of had to make a decision. Do I want to kick it off deep or try an onside kick? I had all my timeouts, so I figured I'm going to need a stop anyway. First down wins it, so I may as well kick it deep and play for field position. He had a run on first down, 8 yards, so 2nd and 2. And his quarterback made a bad throw. He had a play action, and his tight end was wide open, and it threw it behind him. I intercepted it, and I think I returned it to like the 15-yard line. 30 seconds left or so. 2 runs scored, kicked it off to him about 15 seconds left, and prevented him from getting in field goal range. So amazing win. We're on to Robo, who I've also never beaten. So maybe this will just be my historic run. We'll see.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this could potentially be Koopy's historical run. If you can beat Nebraska, you can pretty much beat anybody. That is for sure. Lastly, we had Florida State take down Michigan 38-35. I think he did also speak out after the game as well.
Hey man, yeah, it was a great game overall. Evans improved tremendously. He's one of the top tier guys in the league at the moment. It went down to the wire. It was a close game. Total yards was pretty much exactly the same. No turnovers on either side, which is rare. He won time of possession. I just got lucky at the end. He was driving down, and I took a gamble. He was, I don't know, about the 25, 30-yard line, already in field goal range with 2 minutes and something left. And instead of running, he decided to pass, and I sold all out, took a gamble, and did cover 0 blitz back-to-back times, and ended up getting a sack, getting him all the way down to like the 50-yard line. He misses a field goal. And, I get an opportunity to drive down and kick a field goal with like 1 minute and 30 left or something like that. That wound up being the only 2 sacks I got all game, so that's pretty crazy. I kind of, he smoked me last year in the playoffs, so kind of needed to mix it up a little bit. I was too focused on Wayne last year, so this year I just said, fuck it. I'm going to let him get his yards and then try. Sorry about that. Wayne had 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, so he got his for sure. But I think we held everything else in check. That go-go offense is extremely difficult to stop. I kind of wish I would have ran the ball a little more. We had some success. Davidson had 12 carries for 117 and 2 touchdowns. But, the real MVP of the game was my third-string wide receiver, Miller. He probably had 300 yards all season, and in the playoff game, he had 8 catches for 140 yards and a touchdown with 2 in the fourth quarter that wound up being, you never know who needs to step up, but somebody different is going to step up each week. So I'm impressed with the win for my team. I'm excited. Like you said, I think I have a good shot this year. I got Koopy next week, and then if I, God willing, win that, then I'd have, Georgia, Notre Dame, or LSU coming up. So, there's no gimmies or layups coming through this. So if I win it, it'll definitely be earned. But yeah, that's it. I'm looking forward to Koopy coming next. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we can get a dub. Thank you.
Great right there coming from Florida State. And as he mentioned, he has to get ready for Coop. That's going to be a real good game. It can't get any better than this. When you think about just the way Penn State got to where they are as far as semifinal, taking down Nebraska, taking down Colorado, a very high-powered offense, and being able to shut them out in the second half pretty well. And then you take down Nebraska, and now you have a chance to take down Florida State. So this is a team that can literally win based off of strength of schedule. Florida State is going to be tough as well because he has history of winning. Last year he won, 2-3 natties in the GSCFB. So he has some history of winning. And then when you look at the other side, you got a team like LSU. They've been winning some big games, but I just don't think they're going to be able to beat Georgia. Georgia's a powerhouse. I feel like he has that experience last year in the GSCFB. He won multiple natties as well with Miami. So he have this team, as I said before, one of the best classes of all time. He have done amazing. He's still doing amazing. He have five stars coming after this season. So they are a wrecking force. I think they're going to be a little too much for LSU, but we will see. But my last 2 picks is Georgia versus. I love the underdog, man. I love the underdog in this one. I'm gonna go Penn State, but we will see, man. I just feel like it could potentially be Penn State's time because they have knocked down some real good opponents, and I'm one of them. I'm not being cocky, just being honest. If he was able to do what he did against me offensively, he can beat anybody, along with taking down Nebraska. So we will see. Just keeping you guys up to date, getting ready for the GFSSL recap. Well, we do that. We do playoffs over there. So, so we'll be back for the Natty, and then that's when we'll make our announcement